They will be into tomorrow night's semi-final draw, as will Arsenal, who beat Crystal Palace at the Emirates, and they had to come from a goal down. Jean-Philippe Mateta giving Palace an early lead at the Emirates, 7 for the season for him. But then, Izzy, it was all about Gabriel Jesus and a hat-trick for him.
Yeah, that first one, that is a beautiful finish. Really nice little dink, confident, and he's he needed some goals, and he got them, and he got a hat-trick, and this one debatable, whether he was offside, but it's worth noting Saka coming off the bench, Saliba, Odegaard, to make sure that Arsenal bolstered that. We can see this again, tight. Had VAR been involved?
Yeah, well, they've got 8 Premier League teams in the quarter-finals, therefore 4 Premier League rounds, but no VAR for the quarter-finals. And this was his hat-trick goal. Probably a good time to score a hat-trick, given all the discussion about Arsenal's goals from open play. And then the final goal of the game came from a former Arsenal player. That is a great header from Eddie Nketiah, Joby.
It was always going to happen, wasn't it, him going back there? But it's a brilliant, leap initially, and then to get the power and generate the direction as well. Set up probably, again, a little bit more of a nervier finish than they were expecting at 3-1 at the time.
As you say, Izzy, he needed to rely on the big names on his bench. He needed to bring some of those on to get themselves back into it.
Yeah, that's right. And obviously Saka had a key role to play in that assist for Jesus' second goal, So, yeah, I think it was required, and it's exactly what Arsenal needed to get themselves into the hat for the next round.
Let's hear from the man who got the hat-trick, Gabriel Jesus, with Natalie Jedra.
You know what? I'm a type of player who can score goals. I have scored a lot of goals, and then obviously I have this sometimes problem with locking off goals, but obviously I can score goals, So yeah, I can create, I can make assists, I can run, I can help the team defending, I can help runs in behind, So when I score, I think everyone see, but when I don't score, obviously they want they striker or striker to score goals. So I agree with that. So that's why I'm working a lot in training, finishing more, put myself in a good position to finish the action, and that's it. I think today my hard work paid.
That sounds like a pick-me plea, doesn't it, really?
Well, his performance is a pick-me performance, and I think that from Mikel Arteta's point of view would be like, that's what I want as the manager, and I think there's a big question, not over just Gabriel Jesus, because again, for the quality that he possesses, he scored nowhere near the amount of goals he should do, but that's not just him at centre forward, Trossard, Martinelli, and it's about everybody contributing, because at the moment there's far too much reliance on Saka for sure and Odegaard to be the ones all the time to make the difference. So really important for him, and the confidence, you could see it flowing back into him already.
It's his first goal at the Emirates for a year. He's got 2 goals in 2024, but then I suppose there's also the argument, well, he will say, I want to play week in, week out and get a good run.
Yeah, and he's definitely put himself in the window for that. And I think when a fit and firing Gabriel Jesus is in the team, Arsenal have got a better chance of winning football matches. And, there's been a lot said lately about Arsenal not scoring from open play, and it's facts, they haven't been. And they need Jesus to be playing on the last line. And what I liked about his performance tonight, Arsenal's performance were more direct. A lot of the time Arsenal want to build, and they almost deny the opportunity to score the goal because they want to build too much around the box and sort of manipulate the opponent a bit too much at times, if we're being really critical. But I think when they're direct and they fizz the ball into the areas that they've got players that can make things happen, that's when Arsenal are at their best.
Yeah, listen, I think certainly he gives them a different dynamic to Havertz, something that we've spoken about when he plays on that last shoulder, and he offers that running behind to maybe just break up. We know teams are going to come and sit in and make it difficult. I just think sometimes with Havertz, it's a little bit easy for defences to deal with, and having that little threat in behind can just create a bit of space for others as well.
Welcome back to sports writer and broadcaster Henry Winter and the Daily Mail's chief feature writer Riyadh Al Samurai. Let's talk about Arsenal. Go to the back page of The Sun. Riyadh, I'll come to you for Jordan Davis's piece here. Baby Jesus, or Jesus, a good time of year for hat-trick hero. He scored again. Jesus, who revealed this week his partner is expecting, celebrates his opening goal. Scored a hat-trick, Riyadh, but Am I wrong in thinking the story isn't the fact that Jesus scored a hat-trick, it's the fact that it took Odegaard and Saka coming off the bench to set him up, that again Arsenal's backup team didn't look that great?
Yeah, Arteta sent for the cavalry. I mean, he made changes for the team. I was a little surprised by that. I think, I wouldn't dream of saying Arteta's under any kind of pressure. He's having a very strong season, had a very strong season last year, but they do have that imperative of winning a trophy. And this is a quarter final. Did they take Palace lightly? Maybe. But that first half was very poor. They've gone behind to an early goal. But again, I think things change when Odegaard comes off the pitch. He is a magnificent player. I would say outside of Rodri, I think he's the best player in the Premier League. Well, maybe Salah. He's decent too. But look, we're talking about a transformation. Jesus, look, it's not before time, is it? The guy's not scored in the Premier League this season. I think, it flashed up when he scored his first. It was actually his first at the Emirates of the year as well. So, look, it's been a good night for him. But I think if you're Arteta looking at perhaps the underbelly of that squad, there's still going to be a little bit of concern. Of course, they did let Palace back in towards the end there as well, but ultimately it's a cup game, and a cup game is just about getting through, and they've won.
And it is Gabriel Jesus, Henry.